Hey, it's James, Father's Rights and Resources, hashtag how I got custody. This is a quickie message that if you're trying to initially reach out to me through DMs, I don't check them that much. And even if I do and I get a message from somebody saying, help, hey, help, I have a question or whatever, I'm not checking them that often. And sometimes when I do, I can't get back to people, especially on TikTok. It doesn't necessarily allow you to reply back. But on TikTok, my phone number is in the bio. On Instagram, my phone number, there's a one button that says contact, and then there's a link to my flow page which has one button touches to email, text, or call me. So that flow page link is under every YouTube video and in every Facebook video. It's easy to get a hold of me. If you're not getting a hold of me, then you don't really care. You're just like, you have a moment of, oh, that sounds good, and you send a message, and you think I'm going to come knocking at your door with, special delivery, here's your custody win right here. No, you have to put some effort into this. If you have a toothache, do you go on Google Maps or on Yelp and write in the comments, hey, at this dentist office, I'm in excruciating pain. Can you guys give me a call and reach out to me or come pick me up at my house? That's not how anything in life works, but for some reason, my gender, when it comes to their life with their kids, they think that just sending a DM is good enough. Or in the comments, like on YouTube, you see it on the comments a lot. I don't always check the comments, and sometimes I'll find, especially if there's been, like some of the more popular videos where there's 20, 30, 40 comments, it doesn't always show the most recent. I have to click on it to look at that. And somebody's saying, help, please help me. The link is right there for you to reach out and get off your lazy, cowardly punk ass and reach out for help. But it's not going to happen because the number one problem in family court is us. Nobody's ever stood up to the family court system, and barely anybody will, except the guys with balls who use common sense or exert some effort or energy into this. Now, if you don't have the energy or wherewithal to think the best way to reach James, I need to reach him as soon as possible to do something on my case now. The best way to reach him is to call or text him. Let me try that. Where's his stuff? Let me look. Oh, there it is right there. I only had to move the mouse or move my finger on the phone like a couple inches to get access to the keys to rescue your child from a child abusing parent. Do you see how pathetically bitch-made, cowardly, lazy, and shiftless we look now? I look at my DMs one time for the first time, and I barely got time to do these videos. That's why it's in my car. It's usually I'm doing stuff like right now. I'm actually escorting my elderly mother around town to run errands. I'm helping her do that. But while she's in the grocery store, clinging to a shopping cart because she has trouble walking and she needs a walker or a shopping cart to get around, I'm taking this moment to tell people, grow some freaking balls and be a man or lose your kids. Grow some balls, make a decision to go anyway, even though it seems and looks scary. And most of the time it looks scary, it's you being in your feelings. You're making up a reality based on your feelings and fear. Make a decision to move forward and do stuff that's worked for me and thousands of other fathers. Stop being lazy and shiftless and waiting and procrastinating. That's another form of fear, is procrastinating because you don't want to confront dealing with stuff. And I know this. I've experienced it. That's why I'm telling you guys. The only time I won in court is when I got off my ass and decided to do something. And I had such a desperate sense of urgency to do something in my case that I did something every time I found out. I was fresh and raw and green. And later on, like when I won my reversal in the Court of Appeals, I took my sweet time with that. I won in the Court of Appeals twice, the interlocutory decision and a discretionary review. But the first time I had been to the Court of Appeals a couple times and didn't win. And then the first time when I got this the first time I went discretionary review, I won. And then I had a couple of losses. Then I went again and I got a reversal. But I took my sweet time because the system had exhausted me, but I still did stuff within the time that I had to, but I dragged it out or I got extensions. It took me a year and a half. I could have knocked it out in 6 months, but I had stuff to deal with. I had a girlfriend at the time. I'm raising my daughter. I'm doing a bunch of stuff. I'm, dealing with this business and stuff. I had a lot on my plate. So I took my sweet time. So I know how it is for the court system to be overwhelming, aggravated. But if you're in your initial custody battle and you're not taking it serious, then you're a treasonous bitch-made sellout to your kids. You should be all in, getting ready for your trial. And if you grow some balls and aren't a pussy, 95% of the time, The other side will settle with you, and the more you push them and get on the offensive, the better chance you get, the more leverage you have in negotiations. A lot of guys go to when they get close to trial, they say, let's go to mediation, and the mother thinks she's going to strong arm you. You better settle or I'll take you to trial. My answer would be, so what, bitch? So what? You guys are like, oh my God, trial? Oh my God. You've already been through hell for 9 months or a year. What's trial going to be? Do it yourself. You can go in there and just tell your story for free, and it's going to cost the mother $10,000 to pay an attorney to do it. You have all the leverage. The fact the other side, see, if you had some damn common sense that like my sister with Down syndrome does, and you thought about this stuff for a second, you would realize when I go into mediation and they're pushing and pushing hard to settle this, they're the ones who are desperate to settle. That's leverage for you. Like, okay, you're going to give me every other weekend? You better come up and make it closer to 50-50, or else I'm going to trial, and I'll see you at trial. I got nothing to lose. I got nowhere to go but up. See, that's common sense. But a lot of you guys are so in your feelings and so effeminate, you're ran by your feelings, or you've been a henpecked little bitch-made little punk. The mom's been running you so much that you're easily triggered at any thought of standing up to her. You have to make a decision. This is going to be hell. It's going to be war, but my kids are worth it, and I'm going through it. Grow some balls and get off your lazy ass. And if you need help, reach out to me. That's how everybody else does it. It's not that hard. If you DM me or put stuff in the comments, you know, I may not get back to you anytime soon, and it may be too late by then. But if you're DMing me or you're writing in the comments, then you're probably one of these typical lazy bitch dudes. But for those of you guys who really want some help, text or call me. That's the fastest way to reach me.